All right, thanks, Curtis. Now, state lawmakers held a hearing this afternoon on concerns over how new regulations on Montana's medical marijuana industry are being implemented. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian looks at the questions they brought up and how the state is responding.
The Children, Families, Health and Human Services Interim Committee will consider later this year whether to officially object to new administrative rules on medical marijuana. They asked their staff to draw up a formal objection letter that they'll consider at their May meeting. The legislature passed a major reform of the medical marijuana system last year. They tasked the Department of Public Health and Human Services with creating rules to implement the law. But advocates and some lawmakers say the rules DPHHS came up with don't match what the legislature intended.
It's not going to achieve the goals that you set for it because it's being implemented differently.
They've raised concerns about several of the proposed changes, including a rule allowing providers to have up to 50 square feet of growing space for each patient they serve.
50 square feet puts us the #1 marijuana producer in the nation. It's more than Washington's regulation on recreational marijuana.
They also questioned why providers don't have to sign up for a new marijuana tracking system until their current license expires.
If your license expires on December 31st, you're under the radar. And so it's a different standard for different business owners.
DPHHS leaders say they have addressed the concerns lawmakers raised. They plan to propose emergency rules to reduce the allowed growing space. And while providers don't have to immediately join the tracking system, they still have to comply with the other regulations.
We have every intent of enforcing testing, inspection, labeling, packaging, signing, waste management, all of the other rules associated with operating a program.
In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
Committee members said they wanted to wait until after the emergency rule changes are proposed before deciding on a formal objection. If they do file an objection, it won't stop the rules from going into effect, but the objection will be taken into consideration if a lawsuit is filed over the rules.